Welcome back. In this session, we're going to be talking about hazards and accidents, things like unmanned balloons, precipitation static, and guy wires. Always keep your eye out for potential flight hazards, which may include but not limited to VFR flights in congested areas, obstructions to flight, including power lines, guy wires, towers, tethered unmanned balloons, other UAs, and exhaust plumes. Here are 5 of the top 10 most frequent cause factors for general aviation accidents. Remember, this is general aviation. However, any of these can apply to an SUAS pilot. So the list includes inadequate pre-flight preparation and/or planning, failure to see and avoid objects or obstructions, improper in-flight decisions or planning, misjudgment of distance and speed, and improper operation of flight controls. Hazards to SUAS operations include unmanned balloons, which are typically tethered to the ground, so don't fly underneath them. Emergency airborne inspection. I know this seems like a strange topic in a strange place, but this is where the FAA put it. Emergency airborne inspection happens at close proximity, and in-flight inspection of another aircraft is uniquely hazardous. If the pilot in command of the aircraft is experiencing the problem or emergency, they must not relinquish control of the situation or jeopardize the safety of their aircraft. This emergency airborne inspection must be accomplished with the minimum risk to both aircraft. Next up, precipitation static, or P-static. This is caused by aircraft in flight coming in contact with uncharged particles. So if the negative voltage level is reached, the aircraft may go into corona, sometimes called St. Elmo's fire. A corona discharge lights up the aircraft surface areas where maximum static discharge occurs. So what are the contributors to P-static? Well, this is pretty easy. Aircraft is not equipped with static dischargers, or the dischargers are ineffective. More than likely, a small UA does not need a static discharger. However, larger UAs might. They look like wireless antennas. Laser lights or any other light that negatively impacts a pilot's ability to practice see and avoid or impacts their situational awareness or navigation is a hazard. So be aware of laser events that may affect you as a pilot. These include outdoor laser light shows and demonstrations, and sometimes they might be at theme parks. It's important to note that some laser systems produce a light which is invisible to the human eye. This is so important that the FAA regulations prohibit the disruption of aviation activity by any person on the ground or in the air. This is because laser lights can create temporary vision impairment and in some rare cases can produce permanent eye damage. Next up are exhaust plumes, which may be defined as visible or invisible emissions. Exhaust plumes may be industrial, or it may be from nature. In any case, a pilot should steer clear of exhaust plumes by flying on the upside of smokestacks or cooling towers. Alright, the wired environment. This is very important for SUAS pilots. Tall skeletal structures typically have a support system called guy wires. They may also have power and communication lines. In any case, avoid these skeletal structures. For tall skeletal structures, these are typically supported by guy wires, and they are difficult to see even in good weather. They're almost invisible at dusk or during periods of reduced visibility. And understand, for taller structures, these can extend about 1,500 feet horizontally. So it is suggested to avoid these by at least 2,000 feet.